favorite diva with me, Nita the Diva, in
Hey,
the building.
hey,
What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, Joshua.
Joshua.
Trying to wait for a few more people to come in.
Hey.
I don't know if people saw my post earlier today, but I did share that
And
we.
posted early too.
You did?
Yeah, I'm about to share that.
Hmm. So hopefully some more of our regulars will come in soon. I am hoping.
Yes. Tamika is also live,
She's
so
Mika's live right now. Oh, okay.
he's going
Hey,
in.
Kara.
But catch
Just
the replay,
message.
y'all. We're gonna try to move on through here. Hey, Miss Kara, she's here.
Yes. Oh, Savannah. Hey.
Hey, Savannah.
Yeah, girl. I saw the finale.
Yes, we did.
A couple bones to pick with the finale, but
Me too, girl. We got to go live after Brillo.
we'll go live later. Yeah, and just talk about our initial
Yeah, just
thoughts.
our thoughts. It probably won't be like it'll be on the cuff. It
Yeah.
won't be like a review, screenshots, all that.
Yep. 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 So we are going to be talking about two shows this evening: Love and Marriage DC, and then what the Queens of R&B, SWV, and Escape.
Yes.
Um, let's see. What did you think about Love and Marriage DC?
Uh,
Um,
Marriage DC continues not to disappoint with me. I'm still very much so enjoying the topics, just the different dynamics that we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of different. Uh, I thought Ashley, she was the star for me in this one.
mm-hmm.
The way she kind of uh, not attack confrontation, but she was very assertive when trying to figure out what was the problem and what is the solution. So, but and then also too, I wanted her to do that tough love with Quick, but I totally I'm on her side. I'm on Ashley's side with her and Quick. How he is handling himself, he needs to get himself together. And
Yes.
yeah, but I liked it. I enjoyed it, of course.
It was a lot. It was a lot of dialogue that took place that we're gonna have to get into. Taking these notes this week was a little challenging because there was two conversations that went on that were really intricate and
Right,
had a lot of detail in them, and a lot of she say
right.
and all of that. But we're gonna get into it because I know you have something to do afterwards. So I'm gonna try to do this quick. So the episode opens up with Ashley. She's exhausted, honey, because Quick is in the hospital and she's going home to get him some, extra clothes in case he has to stay overnight. I think he ends up staying overnight. So she talks to her children and her assistant and lets them know that he has to stay at the hospital. Basically, he was having chest pains, he was hiccuping, he couldn't keep any food down, and now he possibly, is going to need surgery. She looked exhausted. Like she looked like, oh my gosh, like she
Yeah,
looked tired. I think they were at the hospital. She said basically all day since early that morning. So she genuinely looked exhausted to me. And
exhausted. Yeah.
I'm sure it's also frustrating to have a husband who is stubborn and won't listen and keeps putting his family through these medical scares. And, you know, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, like I said,
What
I
you
want her to really just kind of put her foot down because what's going to happen? He's going to continue to do it. He's not going to learn the lesson. He's going to assume that she's going to be at his beck and call,
do? Mm-hmm.
and he's not going to change his behavior. And so I was with her because people don't respond unless there are consequences, especially men. You remember I said that about little Jamie about paying that ticket. You'd have paid that speeding ticket for him, and
Yep.
2 weeks later it would have been another one in the mail because he didn't get the consequence. He didn't have to suffer through it and learn the lesson. So if he continues to do this, like, she want to be a supporting wife or whatever, but at some point you cannot pour from an empty cup.
Right.
I kind of want to just reiterate to her, because us as Black women, we tend to like to give all of ourselves.
Mhm.
And she is telling us, oh, being a mom, I'm going to work, I'm doing a book, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You
Mhm.
are pouring from an empty cup. And I think that is why she is kind of very protective over Alicia, because Alicia does give her that emotional support that she needs, gives her that support and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I just want her to
I just don't want to see nothing bad happen to him. Like he keeps playing with the universe. I feel like he's playing with God. Like God is giving you all these chances and all these warnings, and you keep playing with it. And I just don't know what it's gonna take. Like you don't want it to take something catastrophic or your death.
yeah.
Saying like you have wife and children. So it's like
And
can't be
his
doing that.
son, did you hear his son? How his son was just like, he's
Nothing's
not
gonna
gonna learn. He's never gonna learn.
Yeah, that was very telling.
Yes, very, very.
Yes, Kara, working himself to death is not good. Not good at all.
And I wonder, not saying that this is any of his thought process, but because he lost his parents young,
Mhm.
um, I don't know. Like, is it something where he's like trying to follow into the foots? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know. I know he wouldn't want that for his family, but his action says just the opposite. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of worrisome for me, and I don't really know. And like I said, I don't want to pretend to know his uh his head space and his mind space, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. So
Yeah. Mm-mm. So next up, Arena and Jamie go to a sex store to spice up their sex life. We know they don't really get it in too much, so trying to spice it up. Arena tells the lady at the store that she hasn't really explored her own body, so she doesn't really know what to tell her husband, what she likes, what she doesn't like, etc. Jamie, on the flip side, is saying she makes him wait so long that when it happens, basically it's over pretty quickly. Yeah, I don't really know what their situation is, why they don't get it in. It could be a number of things. It could be a number of things, and I don't even want to dive into what the possibilities are, but it could be a number of reasons why they ain't getting it in.
yeah, I just think it's just the length of the marriage. They are so comfortable just being them. They are just so comfortable just being in their regular routine. Like it wasn't really a priority. It doesn't seem like. Then I remember something in season one where he said that they're like sister and brother or something. He was like, I don't know. It feels like another one of those
Yeah,
roommate situations.
roommate
You get what I'm saying? Like almost how
Robin and Juan.
Bobby and Juan, yes, like you've been together so long that is like the furthest thing from your mind, especially with them, because
Hmm. So then things get a little bit heated because she brings up, his behavior at her wig party. She tells him that he was out of line for how he was speaking to her. He was talking to her like basically like she was a child and he was just being rude. He says, "You remember what you want to remember." She was like, no, I remember everything that happened. Everyone saw you and knew you were wrong." He says he doesn't give a F.
he's a fool. First of all, I had to talk about just him coming into the sex store telling her that she can't have no dildo. I was like, what? What are we saying? Why are we jealous or insecure of a plastic inanimate object? I'm trying to understand what is that about? First of all, you not giving it to her. And then for her to say that she hasn't explored herself and she doesn't know, and I was like, girl, what? Like, I don't know. I just feel so bad for her. Like, just having that old caveman mindset where you
Very
can't, if
caveman.
he not exploring you, you don't get to explore yourself. This is my body. What are you talking about?
Mhm.
And for her, she is like, she probably is 50 or almost 50 years old. That is a sad, sad thing. And then when in season one, I remember her saying that she didn't like foreplay. I said, "Girl, he must don't know how to
He
do it."
must
I
be doing
don't,
it right, 'cause
I don't understand that. So yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. Raina needs to tap into something like something that's kind of like it's just gone dead. We need to spice the fire up.
revival. Revival. So she says to him, it was like you were almost jealous because it was my night and the focus was on me. He's like, girl, bye. I supported you when you were nobody. Ooh. He said, if your wig line fails, then I fail. So don't ever call me jealous again.
I was just
He
trying.
was not having it with that jealous word. He was like, not I.
Yeah, you saw his demeanor really did change.
Yeah.
He was just like, and then the whole thing, I supported you when you was a nobody. I was like, and I said, I tell you all the time, I always feel like with him, he's not mindful and he just
Yeah.
like it's just like a word vomit. And not me, not I feel like I understand what he was saying and what he meant, but because he said that at the reunion somewhat, like he made her, like it still feels like it's something about how he perceives her, like as far as her value, her worth or something. Like
Mm,
she wasn't nothing until he made it, or
yeah.
there's something about that, the choice of words. He's done it twice, so I feel like it's not a mistake at this point. This is something that he thinks about her. So
Thinks, yeah.
yeah,
Yep. So the Silvas and the Tylers go out to eat. Okay. You know, they're like bosom buddies. So they love to go out to eat together. And Arena and Ashley get on quick about taking care of his health and taking a break. He is just too stubborn and he just doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. So Quick asks about the wig launch party. Ashley said everything was good until Jamie started to act up. Quick was like, "Oh, so you was on that bottle, weren't you?" Quick says, you turn angry when you drink. Jamie says that they know that though. So basically, he's like, "I'm not fighting nobody, so it shouldn't matter." And I'm like, "What kind of logic? What kind of logic is that? You're basically saying because you're not physically assaulting somebody that it doesn't matter that you get angry when you drink, like so everybody should just deal with it and shut up and not. It's that militant, I'm telling you, him
right,
being in law enforcement, it's that militant behavior, do as I say and this and that, I'm the boss and I make the, like he just has that instilled in him, and that's not good either to be in law enforcement and to have that type of logic, because it's
right,
like
right,
I would have hated to run into him on the street or something. I would hate for him to have been the one to pull me over and give me a
right,
ticket because he would have been a jerk.
right, right. He seems like he'll be that entitled person. You can't talk. I'm the policeman. You can't talk back to me. You better
Yeah,
do whatever I say. That's what it feels like he was given when he was out in
he
the.
was definitely given that. So in his confessional, he denies having a drinking problem and says that it's offensive to even say that he does. Quick said, "You can't call your wife a nobody." And Quick was like, "You hurt your wife's feelings." Jamie says, and like I always do, I made it right. She got over it. So that is, I
It's
don't
just
even
like
have the word.
just like the cycle of abuse that happens, and abuse is not always physical. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, and I follow him on Twitter or whatever. We be talking sometimes, and he'll be like, I'll hear him say, "Now, I've said this as well. a lot of times, everybody say that drinking is a truth serum and you get the truth or whatever. And I know that whatever I say when I'm drunk, maybe sometimes, like if I have to apologize, it's because I went overboard. I was just being obnoxious or something like that. But whatever will say when I'm intoxicated, I will stand on it if I wasn't intoxicated. Like I
Mhm.
would still have the same type of smoke. I would still say the same thing. My viewpoint doesn't change, and I will say it to you when I'm sober,
Yeah.
but sometimes, it kind of comes out unfiltered. And he just kept on making that point, saying that I cuss you out. I be mean when I ain't drinking. I can be sober and cuss you out. And I was just like, well, I mean, that's not the flex you get.
Good.
Like that's not really a flex. I
That's
mean,
not right.
I don't know what that,
Yeah.
I don't know what he's trying to get at with that whole thing, but I
His logic is completely flawed to me. Like,
right.
just his thinking process, he is not a rational, logical person by any means.
Right, right. And you
Any
can tell, Arena is just an enabler. She just sits
He
there, she takes
is.
it, and she kind of calls him out on it. But I still feel like there's no consequence, or either he does something to make it right,
Mhm.
and then we're back to square one, and there's no change behavior.
Yep. So yeah. So next up, Ashley and her best friend Alicia meet up, and boy, do they have a conversation. And this was one of the scenes that I was talking about that was very thorough and had a lot of detail. So I tried my best, you guys. If I make a mistake or if I say something wrong, just let me know in the comment section. But this was a lot of dialogue that took place in this scene. So they talk about Arena's event and they're kind of being messy, you know what I mean? Ashley said, "Did you see that she taped our picture on the wall with some moving tape?" And it was a little tacky. I'm not gonna lie.
It was tacky.
It was tacky. I ain't gonna hold you. It was. So Alicia brings up Jamie. Ashley said, "It's like if it's not about him, it's not about her either. It's like it has to be both of them and not just Arena, basically." Basically saying like almost like it comes off like he's jealous of her a little bit if the spotlight's on her and not on both of them type
Exactly.
thing,
Yeah.
which I can see how it came off that way. They then bring up Joy and Sherelle. Ashley said that Joy is not coming to her Christmas party because Sherelle it will be there, which is so stupid. I'm actually really over this whole Joy situation. Joy is actually starting to piss me off.
Yes.
Really, like she's starting to
Thank,
really get on
thank
my
you for
damn
saying.
nerves.
Thank you for saying it.
She's really getting on my nerves. So
I heard
apparently,
somebody even referenced her that she's going to turn into the destiny of this franchise
yeah, she might.
because she doesn't really know how to articulate. It's like she kicks up the drama, but I don't know. Like I said, I still feel like she has that throw a rock, hide your hand type of thing
Yeah,
where she doesn't really stand 10 toes down and she be flip flopping and lost for words. And I told you I kept my good eye on her. I was like, I was seeing some things. I was just like,
yeah. So apparently, Ashley wanted to invite everybody over to her house for a Friendsgiving, but she decided not to invite Sherelle and her husband because Joy and Clifton were going to be there, and it was going to be a small group, and she didn't want Joy to feel uncomfortable. Plus, she had only been around Clifton once or twice, so she really wanted to try to, get to know him more or whatever, whatever. So, long story short, Joy doesn't like that Ashley and Alicia are friends with both Sherelle, like not in winter, but like she doesn't like that dynamic with them. And she thinks that it's fake. And Joy allegedly called Ashley and Alicia phony. Apparently, this is all alleged. We don't know the
like this didn't
conversation.
happen at was it the Friendsgiving where all that stuff
I don't
happened?
know where it happened. I don't know if it was a phone call. I don't know if it was a I don't know
Right.
where it took place at,
Yeah.
but apparently it happened and she allegedly called them phony or whatever. Alicia then questions if Clifton and Joy are married. And baby, messy Ashley says that, yeah, they're married. How do y'all say it? Married. Married.
It's like, no, you talking about how we talking DC and Merlin?
Uh-huh.
Murray. Murray. Oh man.
Alicia said it strong. Her accent be strong sometimes when she talk.
Yeah.
So there's so much to unpack with that, because it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm sick of Joy as well, but I do think it's messed up that Ashley spilled the beans. Like, that was a real secret that was discussed off camera, and you revealed an off-camera secret on camera, for not just for Alicia to know, but for the world to know. Right. So that lets me know that on Mad Day, if there's a Mad Day, you're gonna blast me and tell all my business.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be trusting. Yeah. I would not be trusting Ashley.
And I was very, very, very confused, because I remember Ashley having a big deal about who she considered friends, who she called friends.
Yeah.
And the fact that she was just trying to say that Joy was her friend, but then she even, I don't know. It's just like, I felt like, I don't know. It didn't feel genuine, if that makes sense. Like, because she always had this big thing about this big to-do about who her friend group was and all this other stuff. And then all of a sudden Joy gets introduced to the group, and now she's your friend. And I thought we were friends, and now you're saying that you're not coming to my event. And I'm like, but I thought you didn't have friends like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like the flip-floppy on the friend thing.
I don't know. I just know that was messy. And before she did that, she should have confirmed that Joy actually said what she said, because that
was hearsay.
You know, you told an off-camera secret on camera. So it's like, you put her business on blast on Mad Day. So anyway, Ashley, Joy, and Arena go to a spin class, and of course they chat afterwards. Now, Arena tells Joy that she did in fact invite Sherelle to her wig launch party. So Joy is like, if I would have came, would you have told me? Arena says yes. So Ashley was like, well, you said you wouldn't come to my Christmas party because Sherelle was going to be there. Joy says, well, that's because it's a intimate setting. Ashley says, no, it's not. Her house is big, and that they both were at her house for a previous event and they never even ran into each other. So basically she's saying, you should have came to my event and stop being freaking petty and immature, basically. This is starting to get ridiculous though with Joy. Like, what about Sherelle is so bad that you can't possibly be in the same room with her? Like, we're talking about, you can't be cordial. You're saying that if she is at an event, you're not gonna come. That is pretty deep. That's like really serious.
Right.
It's not just, oh, I don't like her. You're saying you can't stand to be in the same room as her. I thought you didn't have a problem with her. I thought your problem was with her husband. So now you hate her now too? Like, it's getting out of hand. It's getting ridiculous. It's getting immature. It's getting pathetic. It's getting out of hand. And I'm getting very, very, very sick of it.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
It's getting annoying. You know what I mean? Ashley then confronted her about calling her phony, and Joy saying that she rides for the Tylers and not Ashley and Quick. Joy says that she doesn't know anything. No. Joy said that she doesn't know where Sherelle stands when it comes to you. Right. You say she's an associate. Well, this associate is around all the time. And if the associate is around the group all the time, then it's uncomfortable for me. Then my thing is, then why be on the show?
This is true.
Because you know this person is a cast member. They're on the show. They're going to be taping. They're going to be filming. If you have this much vitriol for this person, if you can't stand this person that much, where you can't even be around them,
Right.
then why'd you even sign up for the damn show if it's that deep?
Yeah, I agree. And that whole Sherelle thing is ridiculous right about now. It's not that deep. The only thing about Sherelle is a little, not, should I say, crass, a little, like, I feel like that she has the potential to ruffle some feathers because she is so, I guess, unfiltered, and she's just big, loud, and proud. Not in the, sense of big, but like a big personality. Um, yeah, I don't know why she wants to be. Yeah, I don't understand why she signed up. Yeah,
Yeah. Joy says that it's her choice whether or not she wants to come to an event or not. Ashley says her real issue with her is that you said that me and Alicia are phony and that you don't ride for me. Joy says she never called Ashley phony and that she rides for both Ashley and Arena. Arena says that she was there for the conversation and that Joy actually did say that. So Arena was present. So I'm trying to figure out where this conversation took place, who was all there, who's the girl that went back and told Alicia. It's just a lot of she say,
right.
That is going on right now.
Right. But so, I do remember Joy having the conversation. I remember her saying that because they were talking about Sherelle and maybe what she either had on, was she her wig or something like that. And
they
were talking about her like that. Now she's like, well, she talking about her friend like that,
right?
I don't want to, what I'm saying? Maybe I just need to keep my gut out on you, because if you could talk about her like that, you can talk about me like that. And I don't really get down like that.
She did.
So, I think she has a right to say that. I mean, I don't know if she has the right to, she could have the right to think it. But I mean, I guess you could say it too. But I mean,
but the thing is, she's not saying it. She's only saying it in her confessionals. Right. She's not saying it in real life. She's not saying it to, and I'm not saying you have to like convey like you have to release all your thoughts and let somebody know what you think about them. But it just can come off very wish-washy and backpedaling when you say one thing behind closed doors and then you say something else, in front of everybody else. So it's kind of weird. So Ashley, in closing, Ashley was like, well, when Alicia told her this information, she became pissed and petty. And she said, well, Alicia asked me if y'all are married. And then it cuts off because Joy was like, She asked what? Come again? So clearly they are married and Ashley spilled the secret. I don't even know what to say.
It was in poor taste. Yeah. It tells you about Mad Day. It tells you a lot about her character. And it felt like she was double thinking it, triple thinking it, and she just ended up just saying it. And I said, ooh, Ashley, you's a messy, messy little girl right there.
I ain't telling you none of my secrets. I ain't telling you none of my secrets, Ashley, because on Mad Day, you gonna get me.
Right.
Girl.
Gonna spray it. I was like, oh, Lord.
Real quick, let's rate the episode.
I'm gonna give it
I don't know what I'm gonna give it.
7.5.
I was gonna give it like a 6.5 or 7.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing all that juicy or whatever like that. Gosh, I just really wish Jamie would do better. I be wanting to like him.
I be wanting to like him too, but anyway. let's move on because I know we're on a time crunch. So we are moving on to Escape and SWV, which really we should just call the Escape Show
Exactly.
because they're the ones that are bringing the entertainment. Uh, and I hate it because it's like a double-edged sword because it's like 1 minute we say we want to see positive stuff and this, that, and third, but then it was like we really just want to see the mess. It's like we're
Right.
sometimes hypocritical on that when it comes to that.
Yeah, I was just looking at Greta's comment. She was just saying the last few episodes. It doesn't have to be like drama for me. It doesn't. So I mean, I'd be okay with it. I just won't rate it high or nothing like that. But it doesn't have to be always drama for me. So
Yeah. So yeah. So the episode picks up where we left off with Tasha and Tamika arguing, honey. Tamika is outside with her mom and she is yelling and crying and just saying that she knows Tasha and Rocky stole her money. You know it, mama. You know they stole my money. You know they did. So the mom is yelling for the cameras to turn off. Tamika says she's been dealing with this stuff her whole life and she is tired. She's basically pleading with her mom to try to get her to understand her side of things. But the mom says, ain't nobody steal your money. Okay. So she's basically deny. Now, that mama knew.
She is a liar.
She is a liar. And there's a part, I'll get to it later, but there's a part where she says something.
She actually admitted to it and didn't even.
Exactly. She basically admitted to it, but I'll get to that a little bit later. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So Kandi invites the ladies over. And she actually invited Tasha as well, but apparently Tasha did not want to come because based off of what happened the night before with Tamika, whatever. So Tamika fills them in on what happened the night before, and they are shocked, honey. She cries and says that she never goes against her sister, and they are like, we know, baby, we know. She always takes her sister's side, and this is like the first time where she's really standing up against Tasha. And Kandi's face, honey, Kandi's face was like, oh my gosh. Because Tamika was like, y'all know I always stand up for her. Y'all know I do. Y'all know. And they was like,
we know.
Even Tiny was laughing. I wish I got a picture of that. Tiny was laughing too. Like, we
Tiny
know.
Always laughing. Tiny be having cry. She is always laughing. And for me, it feels like it's one of those nervous, like you don't know what to do. So it's just like a giggle and a kiki. Just cracking up because she be laughing so much.
That mom was just, ooh. Anyway, very, very, very toxic. So, where am I at with my notes? Where am I at? So in her confessional, Tamika said that when she first told her mom about the money situation, the mom said, this is how we know the mom is lying. She said, well, you don't know what she was going through at the time. Maybe she needed the money. Baby. However, on the flip side, Tamika was pregnant and had a child in college at the time.
Yeah.
But
so
you think
to me is her needs are never on the forefront. Like where Tamika's needs? Where does she factor into this whole equation? They treat her like the bald-headed stepsister. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
This is an absolute no.
Oh my God. So that was a dead giveaway. That was a dead giveaway.
She has so much trauma and so much stuff that she has dealt with in her life. And Monique, I believe Tamika as well, but I thought that she was going to stand in her truth. But if you look on her page, she does a recap of this episode. And it looks like she is falling back into submission. You know how like if they bully you enough and you still want to have that connection with your sister and your mother. And when I had to do no contact with my family and stuff like that, I remember when I did it, it was so hard that I said, I even like, why am I doing this? I might as well just go back. I said, I might as well just go back to the way I've been living for the last 20 years. Like, this has been so hard. And I feel like that is where she is. She is making excuses for her mom. She's making excuses for her sister. Her sister has cut her off. They are making her look like she is, but that is what people do who are very manipulative. And as long as you're on board and kissing their tail and doing all that stuff, everything is fine. But as soon as you stand up and have your own voice, oh no, girl, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And she is reverting back to be like begging, like she was like dry begging on her live stream.
Talking really? About, you think she was?
I just hope and pray that we can get back together. I was just like,
I mean, of course she wants to be cool with her sister. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to have that type of turmoil?
Yeah.
So Tamika plays the voicemail that her mom left for her. Oh my gosh. So the mom was like, you don't want to listen to your mama. You don't want to hear that you hurt your sister. You don't have enough God in you to listen to righteousness.
Girl, and every time
weaponizing religion, first of all.
Exactly. And every time I would even I was like, I'm glad I would have it as a voicemail, because every time if I wanted to soften my heart to be getting that mistreatment again, replay that voicemail. Replay it and understand and stand firm where you need to take care of yourself and protect yourself, because clearly they're not doing it.
Right.
So, I mean, it was a mess.
And then she ends with, if I hear you jumping on your sister, there is nothing in the world that would keep me from kicking your tail. I said, so you threatening your grown-ass child? Your grown-ass child. You're threatening to kick her ass.
Out of order. Out of order. And she makes religious people look bad.
Of course she does. She really does. So during this same scene, we have Tasha and Rocky, and of course they're denying what Tamika said. In her confessional, Tasha said that we're not thieves and my sister has the tendency to be a liar. What? So you're calling your sister a liar, sis? She has the tendency to lie. That is major. Tasha said, oh, go ahead, Nita. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's the audacity for me. That's all. It's just audacity.
The audacity. The audacity of
and everything. It feels like everything she's accusing everybody else of, or Tamika of particularly, she's doing it. I just want peace. I want this. I want that. And I said, but when you come into the room, you never look like you want peace. You look like you choosing violence every time you step into the room. But always talking about, I just want peace. And, well, let's talk. Well, we need to go ahead and let's talk. And
her energy is always gross. Her energy is always negative. Like you said, anytime she walks into a room, her energy is just negative. Right. Very negative. So Tasha said that when Tamika walked in, she was stiff and aggressive and seemed possessive. And I'm like, they are trying to act like Tamika is crazy or something. Like they're trying to make her seem like she's crazy.
Yeah. To try to take her credibility away from her. So people won't believe her. But we believe her. We believe her because you want us to believe words. We're looking at actions. You see what I'm saying? And so you got to be real careful with people who say the right things, but they are doing just the opposite.
Right.
And I love the way Candy was saying, Candy was in that confessional and saying, if her brain not there.
Oh yeah, that brain. Oh, let me make sure I got that picture. Let me open that.
I said, come on, Candy. Then you see him walking over to her looking like Ike and Tina, telling her what the hell to say in the confessional, like she got her own damn brain. Get the girl. Well, make me cut this good TV on Beyonce's dinner.
So later on, the group meet up at Tiny's house and to talk about the issues in the group, talk about management, different stuff like that. Of course, Tasha comes in negative with her stank attitude, stank demeanor, just comes in with a stankness about her. And so they discuss, getting new management. They feel like management should be doing more for them, getting them more deals, etc. And the managers are actually close friends with both Tasha and Rocky. So that already is a red flag to me that they're close friends with them too. So red flag. So they asked Tasha for her opinion, and she says she needs to pray about it. In her confessional, Kandi said Tasha never answers a question directly because she needs to go talk to her brain, aka Rocky. And then this is when production then shows Tasha in her confessional being asked, what would it take for her and Tamika to squash their beef? And before she could even answer, Rocky comes over and whispers something in her ear. It looked weird. It looked controlling. It looked like a puppet master. It looked crazy.
Yeah.
It looks crazy.
Yes.
I don't know why she couldn't answer the question herself. Huh?
Monique said production is on it. They caught everything. And then the fact that the production even asked him, what are you saying? And he said, I'm telling her what to say. I was like, I would have been like, something. I probably would have made up something like our son needed something. But I was just like, he ain't even trying to hide the fact that
he said that. Did he say that for real?
What? That he's trying to tell her what to
say? I missed that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. They put it in they had the captions written right down across the bottom. I'm telling her what to say.
Wow.
I said, oh wow. That's what we do.
That's crazy.
And the fact that she's been with him for so long, they said they've been together for 28 years.
20-something years, yeah.
Girl, he done put some work on her. He done warped her brain and brainwashed her so good. It don't make no she ain't gonna never get from underneath that.
Damn.
She ain't gonna never. And the only way she gonna get up from underneath it is if he leave her. You remember them rumors? You remember when they were filming that whole thing that he had like a baby
or something, or a girl,
baby, whatever.
I
said, it feels like that whole Wendy and Kevin, that whole like if he leave her for a whole nother family or something like that, she gonna lose her mind because she ain't gonna know what to do. Wendy. And the other thing that I wanted to say about that mama, I believe that the mama benefits some type of way, some monetarily. They are. You remember how Ike used to grease the mama hand and all that stuff? Like they know what to do. They know what to do, and he an old player. And that's what I was telling you. I was like, be very careful. When she said he worked for R. Kelly, he's somebody of low character to me. Like I just
yeah. Good point. So Tiny says, let's just try to nip this in the bud, buckle down and put our personal to the side. Tasha says, easier said than done. Just negative. Just negative, really. Tamika says, why are you still mad at me? Tasha says, nope, not talking about it here because what we got to talk about is about my mama and I'm not doing it here. Tamika says, your mama. And she's like, well, our mother. She corrected herself. Our mother.
Oh, she is
our mother. So, Tamika says, Mom has nothing to do with what we have to talk about. She tells Tasha that her energy is different. You walk in with the chip on your shoulder. I don't even recognize you anymore. Tasha says, wow, enough said. Just negative. So she gets up, ready to leave. Candy's like, we're not even done talking about the business yet. Tasha says, well, we need to talk, meaning she and Tamika need to talk. So Candy's like, all right, well, shit. We'll wait till y'all to talk and then we'll have our business meeting after y'all talk. Like,
Right.
I mean, what the hell? You just a huge inconvenience for everybody else.
And Tamika said that Tasha changed her number. She don't know her number no more.
Tasha changed her phone numbers and none of them have it. I think only Tiny has it.
Yeah.
Yep, which is sad.
So what that says to me is that she wasn't trying to squash nothing. She was, once she got exposed, once her dirty slip got shown, once she got exposed, she was just like, no, because to me it feels like her reputation, how she wants people to see her, is damaged and altered now. And so now she's mad at Tamika. But girl, you did it. It was done to her. She is the victim. So she gets to tell her story. I mean, it's the audacity for me. It's a mess.
It's a mess. So Tiny walks.
Okay.
Sorry. So Tiny walks Tasha out to her car. Tasha says, until Tamika makes it right with my mama, I'm cool. I don't care about no money or no tour. I'm like, bitch, you gonna care when the money's gone, when you broke again. Let's not forget how desperate you were to get in this group a few years ago, right? Off the strength of Candy and Tiny. Okay. You're on Bravo because of Candy. Let's get that clear. Mm-hmm. Like, so you gonna care when the checks dry up again. Don't talk about you don't care about no money. You end up being poor again. So, what happened next? Let me see. So Rocky and Tasha are talking once again, and they bring up Candy this time. And that was kind of out of nowhere for me. But in her confessional, Tasha says that Candy had a problem with her singing lead, which Candy on her speak on it cleared up the fact that, baby, Candy sung lead on a lot of records. So there was no jealousy when it came to that, apparently. So Tasha says that back in 98, she was doing a solo project and everybody was happy for her except for Candy. For some reason, her project got shelved, and within that same time frame, Candy got a solo deal and her album came out. Tasha says the timing of it was all odd. Any thoughts?
Bullshit. I just think something didn't work out for you, boo. That's all. I don't think Candy had nothing to do with that. Especially they were young around that age. You know, around that age when they were under that type of record label, they didn't really have any kind of control of what.
And Candy didn't have any type of pull like that back then.
They were all kids. So I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? That was either a management's decision or whatever. But the thing is that I found it real cute. I say, if you don't know the signs of emotional manipulation and stuff like that, that was classic deflection. You're needing where did Candy ain't she ain't said nothing to nobody. She ain't got no problems with nobody. Why are they dredging up old stuff? They're doing it because they're trying to take the heat off of what happened about this stolen money. This whole thing, they trying to like shift, like, oh, look over here. Like, no, we're over here. The problem is here. She is delusional, brainwashed. Wait a minute, what Sisters in the Kitchen say? Not to be shady, but these artists on these reality shows why they're good but not great. Their work ethic gets pushed aside for stupid and petty things. Most artists are mediocre divas. Ooh. Oh dear.
That was a read, honey. That was a read.
Right. I was like, ooh.
That was a read.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
but you know what? Pause for the cause. Who the hell, with your behavior, Tasha, with your negative, nasty attitude, your passive aggressiveness, this whole brainwashed persona, this ugliness, this stankiness that you are bringing on this show, what makes you think anybody is going to support any kind of gospel project from you?
Gospel at that.
I'm confusion. But you know, I think she said, didn't she say they go to John Gray? If y'all go to John Gray, that shit. I mean, I guess. I mean, listen, ain't Jamal Bryant, ain't he still preaching?
Mm-hmm.
It's no concept. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I know you're human. I know all of it. I know all of that. But I don't know. You just don't get no pass like that from me.
So we end with Rocky and Tasha, child. They are meeting with execs at Motown Gospel up in Tennessee. She's trying to work on a gospel album. So they ask her, if she's going to be able to juggle Escape and this solo project. Tasha says she's going to have to make a decision. They ask her, do they know that you're meeting with us today? She says no. Rocky then throws her under the bus, honey, and says, I thought you told them. Boy, bye. You knew she did not tell them girls. You knew.
He threw her all the way underneath the bus. I said, well, God damn.
I
Man
mean,
ain't even gonna have your back. I was just like, I don't know. I don't get it.
overall, the meeting went well. I mean, they were grilling her with some questions, but I didn't write that down. That's all I wrote, child. That's all I wrote.
Right.
And I don't know what's gonna come of her gospel album. She sang for them. They loved it. Now she can sing. Now she can sing. I will never take that away from her. She can sing.
I didn't get that from that little piece of what she gave.
I'm not saying no, not that little piece. I'm
I
saying
know. I was just like,
she can. No, it was cool what she did, but I'm saying in general she can sing.
oh yeah,
She can sing.
definitely.
But her attitude, now that I'm seeing this side, it's really looking like she's doing what she did back in 98 or 99, whatever when it was. She's doing the same behavior. According to the ladies, she's starting to act different. She's starting to act different around them, acting funny, trying to get a solo deal, doing this, doing that, being secretive.
Yeah.
It's like deja vu all over again from what it looks like.
Yeah, and the way it comes off very opportunistic. Like, I mean, she came in this whole thing acting funny. Like, I mean, was it any kind of? Did you really want to get back together with the group or whatever?
Right.
And when Tiny was like, I gotta walk the queen out or whatever, and she was like this, I don't care nothing about no going on tour. I can answer no, 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 no. She got it, and then the way she keep on saying, like she keeps saying, she disrespected my mom, and I'm like, no, she's having a conversation with her mama.
Yeah.
It got a little passionate.
Yeah, exactly. It got passionate, but I didn't see any disrespect.
Right. There was no cursing. There was no calling out of the name. There was no putting hands on nothing. All I saw, I felt like I saw her inner child having a temper tantrum. I felt like she was triggered and she went right back to that old, like right there where she was always trying to defend herself between her and her sister with her mom.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys, what do we rate the episode? I'm gonna give it an 8.5 because it brought the drama. There's stuff for us to talk about.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Y'all rate the episode. Let us know.
I thought it was cute. I really liked that they had the sprinkles of SWV in there to lighten it up. Love Lily's story. So humble, such humble beginnings.
Very.
I was so touched by that story.
She said when she was the first thing she got was a bed. That was very humbling. I was like, oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
I was just like, and her sister, they sound just alike.
Yeah, I like their dynamic. I love
Yeah.
their dynamic. It's really
I
cute.
was so sad that they lost their parents at such a young age. Oh, like the hardships. You know, she said she got pregnant at 15. She couldn't work a full-time job. She had to get 2 part-time jobs.
Ooh.
Honey, you know, and then also too, really like Taj's family, their family dynamic, all the hug that they gave her when she came in.
Yeah, they missed her.
I was just loving it. I was loving
Yeah.
every minute of it. It just felt right. It felt right.
Yeah.
So
I like their aspect as well. I do. I do. Just for reviewing purposes, we were rushing tonight, so I just hit on the
right.
the key stuff, but I do enjoy their aspect as well.
What about Coco's mom? Now, that whole thing about she wasn't behind the whole secular music, and then she came around when she got a cardboard for.
Mhm.
I say if those religious people ain't gonna do nothing, they're gonna make it look like I don't know. I because I know it's religious people in there, but I just listen. Man, they don't be making you look too good. I'll tell you that. I don't.
She said, when I bought her a car, that's when she turned around. I said, "Oh Lord."
But I like their relationship. I love that apparently Coco's son is
He's gay.
LGBTQ, yes.
Mhm.
And we do know about that whole religious thing or whatever. It does feel like Coco has loosened up because she used to be very, very, very rigid. And she's not that way anymore. She's very much likable. She's been likable the first 2 episodes. Girl, you remember in the first episode when she was going in there and she was hugging everybody, shaking their butt, like
Yeah,
I was just like, yes, that's like the loose, that's the fun, like Coco. Like, I was loving that I got to see that side of her because when they had their reality show, oh, they painted her as the villain. So I love that they kind of she's grown.
She's definitely grown. They've gotten SWV has definitely grown since their first reality show that used to come on WeTV. Like,
Right.
yes, they have definitely grown.
So I said, "What y'all been doing?" She said, I want to give y'all the side eye. Y'all break something. Y'all did something."
Right.
So cute.
His new show.
Oh, yeah, he's supposed to be having like something with religious undertone in there as well, right?
Some new gospel show. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know it was Carlos King.
Yes.
Okay, I might have to check it out. We'll see.
Yeah, that was before her. Wait a minute, before her diagnosis. Who got diagnosed? What happened? Monique, clarify. I missed it. I missed what you're talking about with the diagnosis.
It was before her diagnosis. Talking about Coco.
Oh, it premiered yesterday? Oh, I totally missed it. I thought I followed Carlos King. I ain't seen nothing. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at what tell me the network. Is it on OWN too? It might be on OWN or We.
Grown and gospel. Yeah, is it? I think it's on We.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's on one of the other ones. Okay.
Oh, the Clark sisters. Oh, Coco. Oh, I didn't know that. That's a diagnosis.
Oh no, I didn't know that either. I thought you was just saying that she acts like she's bipolar. No, okay. Oh, I did not know that. I'm sorry for laughing. So, sorry about that. I thought she was reading.
Fred Hampton daughter, Clark's sister kids, and that boy. He started off with Diddy.
I might get a first episode, but sometimes that religious thing kind of triggers me a little bit. So I don't know if I want to watch it so I can have bad things to say.
Well, we're gonna get out of here. Nita, do you have anything going on your channel that you want to talk about, or?
I need to have a whole lot to be going on. So I went to go see John Wick 4 last week, y'all. I'm gonna do that review. That movie was so incredible. It was so awesome.
Okay.
So that review is gonna be non-spoiler, so you can watch it before it comes out. It comes out next Friday. I'm gonna do that sometime either today, tomorrow. It's gonna get up before the weekend is up. I'm also working on. Oh, y'all, I did The Last of Us. I don't know. I know this reality TV talk, so I mean, it's kind of like getting into a different genre. But The Last of Us that was on HBO, I did like a whole season review of that show, and that's up on the channel. And then also too, I saw Scream 6. I need to get that review up.
I'm waiting for that.
Yes,
for that.
Yes, and a ranking of all the
scared. I'm scared to see it, but I'm gonna watch the review.
Oh no, it's good. You should see. You really.
I don't like the gore and the killing and the last Scream, the Scream 5. The killings were brutal.
Yes, they are ratcheting it. Yeah, it's along the same lines.
Ooh. I gotta be able to fast forward through it, so I'll wait till it streams.
Okay. But yeah, so those are the things, and of course the Power, the BMF. Come back to Monique Nicole's channel, and we'll do our thoughts, just like a quick thoughts. You know, our first impression.
Yep, we'll probably do that 9:30.
Yep. Thank you, sisters in the kitchen. Yes, it is too much to watch.
It's too much to watch.
Yeah, I wanted to recommend a few things though, if I can. Dominique Fishback, she plays in this weird series that's on Amazon Prime called Swarm. Baby, I'm looking at. I think I'm on episode 4. I am so confused at what I'm looking at, but it's interesting to say the least. So it's done by Donald Glover. We got Chloe in it. We got Damson Idris in it. So it's a lot of, good faces and stuff like that. So watch that.
What is it called again?
Swarm, like how a group of bees swarm.
Swarm, okay.
So Swarm, and then also too, Kerry Washington and Delroy Lindo has a series that's on Hulu called Unprisoned. I enjoyed that. I binged that in one day. So that was really good. I mean, it wasn't nothing to rave about, but I thought it was cute. And, we like to support our Black creators and stuff like that, our Black shows. So those are Black shows that I wanted to just kind of put on game.
Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah. As for me, y'all, I got to get Snowfall out. And then BMF. Power just premiered today. So, Power and BMF will come in a few days. I got to do Snowfall first, I feel like. I don't know. Okay. So that will be coming soon, y'all. So keep your notification bell on. That way you will get notified whenever we drop new content. Okay? And we are out of here. Y'all come back at 9:30 for us to talk about BMF. Just like a quick thoughts. It's not going to be thorough. Just a quick thoughts, our initial thoughts. Type of
Power and BMF. You watched them both, right?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. We'll do both of them.
We'll do both.
Everybody was in here. That was the first thing that everybody was talking about.
Yeah. So we'll do that around 9:30. So y'all come back 9:30, okay? And we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.